New kid. Dyamonde Daniel was a gem waiting to be discovered. Just ask her. So what if she had wild, crazy hair and was skinnier than half a toothpick? On the inside, she was extraordinary, plus super smart. As a matter of fact, she had more brains in her tiny little pinky than most kids had in their whole entire bodies. When Dyamonde was a little kid, she had to keep that to herself. Why? 'Cause her mom said her being super smart was a family secret. So you can't tell anyone, said her mom. Please, thought Dyamonde Daniel. Give me a break. Back then, she believed her mom, though. What do you want? She was just a kid. Then, one night, Dyamonde heard her mom talking on the telephone, telling someone how smart her daughter was. That was the end of that secret. Now everybody knows how smart she is. Dyamonde still doesn't always go around saying how smart she is, though. It's not nice to brag. One morning, in her third-grade homeroom, Dyamonde was feeling down. If I'm so smart, thought Dyamonde, how come I've been in this new school 3 whole weeks and I still don't have a new best friend? Dyamonde didn't have time to figure it out because her teacher, Mrs. Cordell, clapped to get everybody's attention. Class, said Mrs. Cordell, we have a new student joining us today. Please say hello to Free. Hello, Free, everybody said like robots. And what did that boy do? He grunted. Please, thought Dyamonde, how rude. Free just moved here from Detroit. It is Detroit, right? Asked Mrs. Cordell. Free grunted again. Mrs. Cordell, who Dyamonde decided was being way too nice, pretended not to notice. I hope you will all make Free feel welcome. Dyamonde shook her head. She already knew she didn't want to have anything to do with that boy. So, of course, he took the seat right in front of her. Oh, brother, thought Dyamonde. Now I have to stare at his fat head every day. Well, his head wasn't fat, really. It was a nice head, covered with tight brown braids. His head was hard to see over, though, because he was so tall. When the lunch bell rang, even though he didn't deserve it, Dyamonde invited Free to sit with her. She knew how lonely it felt to be the new kid in school. But instead of being grateful, he mumbled, Leave me alone. Dyamonde sucked her teeth. Too rude, thought Dyamonde. Aloud, she said, Suit yourself, and went on to the lunchroom without him. The seats in the lunchroom filled up fast. Not that it mattered to Dyamonde. She already knew where she was going to sit. Dyamonde got in line and bought a milk to go with the peanut butter and jelly sandwich she brought from home. Then took a seat with Tanya, Tylisha, and Tamika, the 3 T's. They weren't about to let Dyamonde into their little group, but they were nice enough to her at school. Sitting at their table during lunch made her feel a little less alone. 1 plus 3 equals 4, thought Dyamonde. 4 is a nice sturdy number, like a table with 4 legs or a square, all cozy and zipped up on all 4 sides. Here's a little picture of them at lunch. Dyamonde liked even numbers. In fact, Dyamonde liked numbers, period. Math made sense to her. Numbers were neat and easy and solid, not like English, which was full of rules that changed all the time. Yes, math was the best. Math was something you could always count on. Well, mostly. For a long time, after her mom and dad got divorced, Dyamonde hated math because all she could see was subtraction. Mom's voice minus dad's. 2 for breakfast instead of 3. Monday night TV minus the football. It just didn't feel right at first. But things were a little better now. Dyamonde plus her mom equaled 2, and 2 was a nice even number, and even numbers ruled. So while the 3 T's were not her real friends, sitting with them at lunchtime gave Dyamonde a break from feeling like the odd number she was at school the rest of the day. After all, who wants to feel odd? Dyamonde couldn't help but notice that Free sat at a table in the back all by himself. Talk about odd, thought Dyamonde. She just shook her head. Boys.